Fear and understanding. You ever wonder why it is that we so often only realize how we really felt long after the moment's gone?
I mean, really think about it. You're in some kind of crisis, or you have a weird conversation, or you just get this sudden, strange feeling of unease. Right there in the moment, you might feel, well, nothing, or maybe just confused. But then it could be days, weeks, sometimes even years later, and it hits you. Bam! The understanding just arrived.
You know, this is just a fundamentally human thing, right? We've all been there. That feeling of not being able to put a name to an emotion while you're swimming in it. And we all know that relief, or maybe that shock of the aha moment that comes way later. That sudden thought, oh, I wasn't angry back then. I was actually just really scared. And the thing is, it's not a flaw. It's not a bug in our system. It's just part of how we're wired.
So what gives? Why the gap? It's so easy to just chalk it up to being immature or, not thinking straight. But what if that's not it at all? What if this delay is actually part of the design? Okay, so let's get into this because this is the really fascinating idea from the source material. We usually think of an emotion as being like a picture, a single static snapshot in time. I am angry. But what if it's actually more like a movie? Not an instant state, but a process, a temporal structure that literally needs time to play out and take shape. And this is how that process breaks down. It all starts with that immediate reaction, that gut feeling, that jolt. Then we enter this phase of suspension, where the feeling is just kind of hanging there. It's real, it's present, but you can't name it. Now, here's the crucial part, reinterference. This is when the feeling starts looping back on itself, connecting with memories, past experiences, things you've learned. And this looping, that's what takes time. It's only after that process has run its course that we finally get to the last phase, understanding, the click. So you see, the delay isn't a bug, it's the feature, it's the process doing its job.
And what's really cool is that not all these emotional processes run on the same clock. Take anger. In this way of thinking, anger is when that whole looping process gets blocked, just shut down. There's no time for reflection. It's just pure immediate reaction. Laughter is the complete opposite. It's like it fast forwards through all the steps, jumping straight to that final moment of release. So where does that leave a feeling like fear or uncertainty? Well, that's the process that's still running. It's right in the middle of its journey.
Now just think about what this means for our relationships. The big idea here is that we all have different recursive timings. Your emotional process might wrap up in an hour. Mine might take a whole week. And it makes you wonder, how many of our misunderstandings aren't really about what we believe, but just when we come to understand it? What looks like a huge disagreement might just be two people on totally different parts of their emotional timeline. And this quote, wow, it just reframes the whole experience. That feeling of being uncertain, of not knowing what you're feeling, it's not confusion. It doesn't mean you're lost. It is the actual sensation of being inside an unfinished process. It's the feeling of being in the middle of time, just waiting for the story to reach its end. So, the question to just sit with is this. If our emotions need time to complete their journey, which feeling, right now, might you be trying to rush? Which emotion are you forcing to make sense before it's actually ready?